well. So we'll be doing like little trophies and stuff. So definitely do want to announce that and let that go. Just trying to wait for them to find out where we're going to be going. But talking about the picks and bans from the past two games, and we're going into our first, best of three. I can only imagine what they could possibly start, and they're already doing the picks and bans actually. As this should just get refreshed.
Alrighty.
That is
So
not the
this
picks and
time around,
bans.
that's not the picks and bans. This
No.
was the previous game, and this is good because then we can talk a little bit about the compositions that were left in game two. So we weren't pretty sure how Aegis Slash actually fit in what Dark Aura wanted to do, but Aegis Slash actually did a really good job at actually intercepting any type of offense that the Mew wanted to do in the first place. So Decidueye actually felt the liberty to do whatever they wanted, and you could see it in the damage that was applied for the second game. Even though it seemed like it was a little weird, right, from our side right now.
Yes, absolutely. And I am now realizing that I had multiple sheets up for this band. So let me, yeah, that would be one reason why it was very laggy.
It could be the reason why.
Could be the reason why. And here we go. This actually should be the real live, I believe. I'm hoping so because the other one was just not there. So yeah, here it is. So yeah, this is we're actually gonna be seeing this live. I am very sorry. I had multiple, I guess, windows open for this. So yeah, this is live. So Urshifu banned on the Dark Aura side right away with the Blissey Sableye ban on Team Roketo. This is what we kind of already expected, but let's see what Dark Aura kind of bans and then picks.
Yeah, Lacey being the first ban from Team Roketo's side is really important because they realized the sustain that it was giving them throughout the match for Dark Aura. As we're seeing the updated
Let's
list, and you
go.
fisted.
See, I told you,
Yes,
Chad. We figure it
let's
out
go,
together. We got it
Rhino.
going now. I figured it out. Let's
Let's
go.
go, Rhino. Let's go.
Mr.
Right,
Mime.
live,
Mr.
live in
Mime
color.
banned. Mr. Mime banned right away. Can't be ecstatic more than that. So, yeah, could we see the same comps going in, though?
It could be a possibility. Mamoswine is still going to be the priority pick for Dark Aura's side, so I wouldn't be surprised if they actually first pick it here. Team Roketo always opted for the Slowbro. Effectively, we're going to see the Mamoswine actually come in. I think it might be pivotal for Team Roketo to deny that alone in Line Tails, however.
Yeah, pivotal is correct. I would definitely probably shy away from that Ninetales pick now that we see everything going on. So I can only, like I said, this picks and bans phase is what's going to matter for both teams. And for Team Raketo, I would almost go back to the LD. I really feel like LD was massive in that game. I just don't think the rest of the picks benefited off of it or was sustaining enough from it as well. But we can only just see because you got to match CC with CC. So and with Mr. Mime gone, yeah, Snorlax probably is the next best pick for that.
Okay, so the ban from Snorlax was actually pretty much warranted, and we are going to see a different tank this time around from Team Roketo, which I completely agree with. You're gonna have to pick that front line as fast as possible. What else are we gonna see? Is the Mew gonna come out again? Is it gonna be a priority pick? What are you gonna pair up with the Snorlax? Hmm.
I really feel like Mew was fine in what they had. It was the setup Pokemon that weren't benefiting from the Mew overall.
Hmm.
And with this Eldegoss pick, I kind of already said it. Eldegoss will 100% help you with the sustain that Mamoswine's already getting from themselves as well. And it's gonna that Cotton Guard is going to be massive for the entire team.
It's going to be super important. And we're seeing the Alolan Ninetales actually being the second pick. So not
Second
deviating
pick
away.
live, by the way.
Pick live. Okay. We
Live.
got it. We fixed it. We fixed it.
I'm so
Uh,
happy.
yeah. Best laners right now. Swine, Alolan Ninetales. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. What else are we going to be able to see from Dark Aura as we're seeing the next pick now?
Yeah, I can only see them, like I said, going back to what they already did from the last game. Going from the Mammo, they had the Ninetales, and I believe they had.
Yeah,
They,
Blissey.
yeah, oh, they had Blissey last. So I would almost. Mm, I mean, you gotta go with a supporter, and I think the only one left is Hoopa Wiggly. I guess you could probably go into another defender, which would be Slowbro. Slowbro could really benefit for this team too, with the massive, like, you know, three Pokemon having CC. What is Team Rocket going to have to do for it, right? So like
Yeah,
it would depend on what Dark Aura would have to, you know, build into, and they opt to go with their all rounder Lucario, so they're gonna leave it up to Team Rocketo to see what they could do with their last band pick.
probably going to go for the attacker this time around. We did see the Mew actually be consistently picked as the third Pokemon for Team Roketo.
Yeah, and
My
could they possibly pick Decidueye for themselves?
Decidueye is actually going to be very important. However, I don't think they're going to be picking it. Whereas I would ban it
Okay.
because in the next round, like if you already have an attacker, um, you can start strategizing. Okay, if I pick my attacker now, it means that they're going to prepare a counter for my attacker or whatever they're going to throw out. So if I ban this, oh no,
There it
I'm
is.
completely right, Rhino.
There it
I'm going to shut up
is.
now.
You
I'm
know,
going to
you
shut up
are
now.
no, you are perfectly fine. Because honestly, I would have gone either way. I would have either gone it with picking it myself or went ahead and banned it. And if I was going to pick anything, I probably would have banned Decidueye and then picked Cinderace. Like I just don't know why teams are not picking the number one jungler right now in the game. It's so
Actually,
mind boggling. I like we haven't seen Zoroark yet either with this nerfs. I know like you know it could be an issue and stuff, but like we haven't seen some of the newer Pokemon except for Urshifu.
yeah, Zoroark is one of the best early game characters that we have it in Unite. But then it falls off drastically when it gets to the late game, as we're seeing actually a Greninja ban this time bound, which, as we have discussed before, Rhino, this could have been a Cinderace ban.
Yeah, this definitely could have been a Cinderace ban because I don't think Greninja is that much of an issue. I don't see why we didn't want you know the Greninja to like I don't know banning an attacker as Greninja, I feel like he probably could have banned another Pokemon as far as like
Hmm,
probably
that's an interesting pick now.
yeah, probably I probably almost would have went towards knowing that you have Decidueye, I would have went towards either Cinderace or Slowbro themselves.
So now we're gonna see what the final picks are going to be. So a Mew ban just to keep the fights as much as up close and personal as possible.
I would love to see Pikachu. I think Pikachu here would 100% like
I,
take care
that's
of this
actually not
Lucario.
bad.
I
That's
would
actually not bad.
yeah, I would take care of it would take that Lucario down, to take that Ninetales down. Serena, I mean that's huge, honestly. Serena being able to just pick up that Ninetales that right out of the air.
Yeah, and they could take care of the Lucario with the double X handles as well. And if you need any type of help, you can just unite them.
Yep.
So yeah, it's not the same as Pikachu. Pikachu can is able to actually have it consistently, but Serena, if it gets going, can be a lot more dangerous.
Well,
So
the
yeah,
thing is, they could still pick Pikachu here. They have that fifth pick, and they don't have an attacker yet, so it could go towards the Pikachu pick. But I almost would go another defender. To be honest, Blastoise into this comp would be massive. To be fair, going
yeah,
into the Dark Aura comp.
Yeah, Dark Aura actually picking away the Slowbro from Team Roketo. So the priorities have shifted drastically just to put another tank in, and that's the type of composition the Dark Aura really likes to play. They like to play double tanks and
Yes.
just focus on defending, for lack of a better word, as much as possible. Whoever is running the offense, but I feel like that puts a lot of pressure onto the attackers and the all rounders to actually deal set damage. And if you don't are not able to actually pick away some of the other Pokemon from your opponent's side, you can have difficulty when it comes to offense overall. Especially since you don't have Snorlax's early game to actually deal with any type of offense that they're going to try out with Team Roketo. So they don't have the sustain, and this is probably going to be a support pick.
I
Hoopa's still
I
available.
actually
Wigglytuff would actually be really good here.
I wouldn't mind on Dark Aura side Aegislash due to they have a oh
Oh mama, oh mama,
didn't
y'all
even
must have forgot. Y'all
didn't
must have
even
forgot.
didn't even remember the Delphox from first game. It was there, but it was not that far of effective. But it was a nuisance to deal with.
Objective controls from Delphox actually played a pivotal role on Dark Aura's beginning leads, but it was the Delphox that actually got picked away with the Urshifu that set Team Roketo into a momentum lasting like 10 seconds, but just enough to actually scrape away and steal that first game. So the last pick from Team Roketo to round up the composition is going to be pretty interesting.
Pretty
Is it
interesting indeed. I
Yeah. Are they going to run attackers? Are they going to run an all rounder? What are they going to pick if they get another tank? What other tank is going to be
could
available? Not
Blastoise
many.
get to that Delphox easier?
Oh, responding back with a
Mm,
Gardevoir.
I don't necessarily like this pick due to
Mm,
Delphox can easily counter this Gardevoir unless you are protecting it 100% protecting it by this LD Serena and just letting Decidueye snipe from the behind. But this Decidueye is gonna have to focus this Delphox as it's kiting, and it's gonna be a hard time unless you are really on your shots. You're gonna
yeah,
have to hit the
Gardevoir.
shots.
Yeah, Gardevoir, as Jess mentions in the chat, is pretty risky. Dealing with the mobility from Delphox as soon as they get Flame Charge is going to be pretty difficult. Even though Gardevoir, because of the changes that they received, are some of the best attacker, if not the best attacker in the game, behind Delphox, right? So it's gonna be very important for Snorlax to get those engages in, but we are going to have Slowbro as a nuisance with that Unite move. As soon as you see the Serena walk in, you are going to see Slowbro's Unite move just start tearing everybody to shreds. So it's pretty difficult to actually pick which composition might be better. But from the looks of it right now, I feel like you're favoring Dark Aura this time around.
Honestly, the way that the picks and bans have gone, I really am favoring Dark Aura just due to the Gardevoir pick. I really feel like something from Gardevoir could have been 100% different and possibly gone to a more how can I put it, more mobility based Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah,
You have to, like I said, you have to stay next to this Pokemon because as soon as Gardevoir is dead, you're losing probably at least a good 2-3k damage each time it's dead. So your team fights are going to be even less overall unless it's able to get away, and you have to help that Pokemon to get away. So it's kind of weird without having a Mamo to be able to get people off, and all you have is a Snorlax block. It's kind of easy a little bit to get through the Snorlax block unless you're really placing them at a really good time and a really good point. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm interested to see how this Gardevoir can turn the tides on the match overall.
yeah. I understand exactly where you're coming from, and an attacker like Cinder is what actually been quite nice in the competition because you're gonna have the mobility to actually get those flanks in and deal with the Delphox or any type of other. Um, so two risky moves. I feel the Greninja ban and the Gardevoir pick could be the difference between life and death for Team Roketo in Game Three.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, because yeah, and again, like I mentioned beforehand, Greninja is actually a very prevalent pick in our region, so that has to be one of the reasons. That has to be one of the reasons why they actually banned it in the first place. Um, so overall, definitely gonna be favored to Dark Aura, but we've seen Team Roketo rise to the occasion one time. All they need to do is it is one more time.
yeah.
So
It can literally take one team fight that turns everything
yeah,
into a bloodbath for the other team. So it's if this guard, like I said, this Gardevoir has to pop off. If this is their strongest Pokemon in their arsenal, this is the right time to pick it, yes, but this could be the wrong time to use it in the comp that they chose. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the Unite match here. And like I said, yes, I am going to fix all the overlays for this part. I am definitely sorry, chat. I was not aware of this, nor did I ever test this, so it is my fault for not testing for the first part. But for the second part, I will be, like I said, changing over this overlay and making it even better for us as viewers for yourself and viewers for myself as well. So this is how I kind of envisioned it, but it did kind of play a toll into the timer, and I'm very sorry about it.
items are going to be pretty standard from both sides. Codrogorilla actually opting for the weakness policy and the attack weights.
Assault vest, Rocky helmet on a Mamoswine.
I can't see the items because of the bar downward. But okay,
We have
assault
a
vest.
focus band, a assault vest, and a Rocky helmet potion Mamoswine.
The Slowbro set is actually pretty interesting too. But because of how I see Decidueye actually playing out this time, we might see Razor leave. Um, we might see Razor leave Decidueye this time.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Rapid Fire Scarf, Muscle Band, and Scope Lens definitely going to be the pick, and X Speed. Focus Assault, Rocky. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know more about that Mamoswine build. I've never tested it. Somebody in the chat just said it's super good by Archer Dude 23. I as a Mamoswine main, I would have never played that. But as we get into the games here, we're going to go ahead and see both teams obviously respectively go down each lane, and we do have the Ninetales Mamoswine lane comp.
And downwards, Snorlax is going to be the pick. Jungle Decidueye. Well, we have Eldegoss on top, actually pairing up. So far, so good. So we have Snorlax and Gardevoir downward. So both attackers are going to be fighting for every single Pokemon possible. Actually, getting that last one. And again, Lucario being a nuisance right on top.
Yeah, being a nuisance on top is right, but Justice was go ahead and just laying it on him with the attack speeds on that Lucario was chunking him pretty hard actually. So to chase him away like that is kind of good for them. So they didn't really lose much out of it. As we see the Delphox up here in lane, and it's Gardevoir lane. By the way, we have Gardevoir lane with the Decidueye jungle.
So trying to get some stacks in for this arena, and we're seeing the fight actually for the swap in the Lucario.
Just power punched in through both of them and just cleaned up. Just yikes. Oh.
At least stopping the Slowbro from doing any type of damage to the zone, but it's a lot of points on behalf of Dark Aura.
Yeah, it was a 3-man knockup by the Slowbro that set up for Mahal just to be able to E-speed right through all of them and just Yeah, that was just such an excellent gameplay from that slow bro and from Mahal to see it.
Doing a really good job overall, and it would appear that the lanes downwards are actually going about even, only Snorlax being a level 4 so far, going on the 8-minute mark as they continue to fight here, but Mystical Fire is going to be the name of the game. 3 versus
That
2, 4 versus 2 now.
Lucario, yeah, 5v2 in the middle, and they're just gonna go ahead and probably overdunk this bottom base, which is massive for the team. And yeah, they break it with a solid two overbreak. Yep, 2 overbreak. Lucario just bullying this Eldegoss to existence, and that's probably his 4th or 5th kill already.
Yeah, that Lucario is actually playing really well overall. The base on the bottom side is already broken. I don't think Serena has been able to stack throughout the match. I haven't seen her score at least a couple of times.
No, she hasn't, but Mahal has full stacks and is now level 8 at 7 minutes in the game. This Decidueye really has to shut down this Lucario. If he can get an easy pick on the Lucario, you can probably see this Decidueye 100% level up real quick.
We're trying to go into the lane.
Looks like they got the Reggie Ice for free, but we have a fight up top.
Oh, and just like that, Regice gonna do their own
Lucario
battle.
with a huge missed ult, but we have 2 level 5 Pokemon on the opposite side and they just get murdered. Yeah. That's just an easy clean.
Yeah, there's not a single Pokemon on Team Roketo's side that's level 9 yet.
Yep, that's
how much of the advantage.
Yes.
Not looking good. So what can they do? Just farm up. They have nothing else to do.
Yeah, the map control that Dark Aura can really contain right now, it could really change the tides. Whether or not they're actually going to use this as advantage and start just going into their jungle and making themselves known, it's not gonna help out here.
Actually trying to gank away as we're seeing a couple of members
that's a
from
huge
that
pick.
side.
That's a huge pick. Lucario up here in the top. I'm surprised that he just didn't go off and score.
Yeah, both Lucario and Delphox were actually on their way downwards, and they managed to actually take it away from Slowbro. And I thought it was going to be a Razor Leaf Decidueye, but actually going for Spirit Shackle.
Yeah, which is weird with the
Rapid Fire
sets.
Scarf.
Yeah, with the item sets that they've chosen for the team.
It is kind of weird. Just like going into, so the poking from the Spirit Shackle is going to come out.
Huge Spirit Shackle just got 3 of them right there.
Yeah, Sickness. When he turns it up, he turns it up.
This is the time to do it because they are behind and they need to start pushing. They need to pick out which objective they're going after right now. 11 seconds on the objective on the bottom and with a 20-second on the objective up top. 4:53 left in the game.
Yeah, they have to know the Dark Aura is going to go for the Reggie downwards, and Lucario is actually going to opt up to actually try to get that Regieleki.
Yeah, I'm very surprised they're not taking this fight. Knowing that Lucario's here, why not take this fight here? You know they're up bottom and taking that objective. Why not take that fight up here where it's a 5v2 possibly?
Yeah, they're gonna rotate just in time too. The Serena's actually trying to be a nuisance. They're doing whatever they can to actually steal away the Regieleki. A good block by...
Nice
Oh
block.
my god, okay.
Yep, but left your backline open, gets a huge cotton guard from Justice and saves the entire team. Now it's just time to farm, and farm they're going to do.
Yeah, trying to get the Serena downwards. Dark Aura is not rotating completely, but they are going to go to the bottom lane. But Lucario actually manages to respawn and going for the trampoline, trying to get that 40 in, not quite going to work out. And 1v1 scenario for the Serena versus the Lucario, as we're seeing the support actually coming in. Great blocks by the Snorlax, as we're seeing the Unite move by Mamoswine actually being used. Nobody dead just yet.
Nobody dead just yet, you are right, but with the Mamoswine using an ult there, yes, he's going to get it up, but there's no potential to start up a fight here at 3 minutes now to possibly get a couple picks and to push up a lane if Dark Aura wanted to. So they're definitely going to have to play passive here and wait, basically, while the other team is just free farming. They're free farming their entire side. They're getting all these little side Indeedis now. Like they're getting some levels back because the other team's just allowing them to.
Yeah, look at that though. This UI is already level 13, and
They're letting them free farm.
yeah, it's already the strongest, or rather the Pokemon that has the highest level. Everybody else is actually starting to balance out. Dark Aura is not really doing anything. Let's go to the middle because there's a fight.
Going into the middle, you're right.
Oh.
With Crocodilo goes down to get Yoshi. Gets poked out though. Huge damage. Oh, it almost gets the kill there.
Oh my god.
If he had attack weight, he would have had that kill. I can tell you that right now. With Lucario coming into the background, does he get an easy pick? Luke, they are fighting this like there is no other. Late Eldegoss ult right there though. Very, very late. Might not get it back in time.
Yeah, objective control
The
one more
Decidueye
time.
ult, but gets frozen in the middle of the ult? Wow, but gets the pick on the Mammo. Mammo's down for 8 seconds, but so is... Oh, Serena went into the back and got the Delphox. Delphox is down for another 13 seconds, while the ejector still went to DA.
Yeah, they did all they could actually try to impede them from actually going. So actually going... I don't remember the name from the one that's actually... It's not Shadow Sneak, it's the other one. The one that pushes Leaf Storm, is it?
Leaf Storm, yes.
Okay, so actually going for the Leaf Storm that time instead of going for the extra mobility. Lucario is actually trying to work for the flank, and we're seeing him right at the backside now. They need to be careful.
Yeah, they see him now, and I'm surprised that they're not getting that attack off. I'm surprised they didn't see him because they were right on him. That's a massive ult to push out the rest of the team. And he's just back there. He's got a massive ult now. Mammo just missed his ult just entirely.
No,
but
they
does
are
get a
both
nice little
gone.
icicle crash. There's no defender in front of them, so Snorlax is just off on the right, and Lucario just gets a double kill.
Yeah, Lucario on the flank, so dangerous. And again, they're not trying to get anything from Rayquaza, they're just trying to defend. Now they start hitting it because, you know, the attackers are not going to be in, and the Rayquaza is going to go in favor of Dark Aura.
Yeah.
That about seals it.
With that Lucario just being out there, and he was actually poked out, which is kind of weird on how they didn't see him there. And that was really weird on the side of the Team Roketo. Hopefully they look back at that and go, okay, well, what can we do differently, and see, you know, how they can deal with a backlining Lucario.
Yeah, that Lucario did everything for this team. Just set the pace for the beginning of the game, and just set the tone for the rest of it. Mal doing all of the work, definitely the MVP for this game number 3, and it actually looks like a victory for Dark Aura.
Yeah, and they are taking their anger out on Mahal, which is absolutely correct. I would almost do the same exact thing, but they're gonna get caught out by the Mammo Swine with a massive icicle crash into the Iowa Tower. I think with the attack weight not being on that Decidueye, they probably could have had a couple picks better off on that Delphox. But going into Game 3, Dark Aura takes it for the day. And what matches did we just have today? Massive, massive matches today.
Really fun and entertaining. You know, Team Roketo did whatever they could to actually stop them, and got a little bit of an upset win with the first game. It would seem that maybe Dark Aura was playing with their food a little bit, underestimating their opponents. And they actually managed to steal it away from them. But you see the difference between the Decidueye that Dark Aura was using with Get Yoshi versus Cygnus, and it's 50 plus damage, 50,000 plus damage that Get Yoshi actually did for game number 2 to seal the victory on that side. They honestly played their hearts out, and I am very excited to steal away your word to continue to see these teams develop and continue to enrich themselves into more Pokemon Unite fights.
More Pokemon Unite fights is right, and I really feel like the picks and bans were great up until the last pick for both sides on all 3 games, honestly. I really feel like the Gardevoir pick on this wasn't the right pick. I feel like they could have went into possibly a Blastoise. I think a Blastoise probably would have dealt more like a lot better off with this Lucario being there. You could even went easily into a surfing Blastoise and just been able to just get this Lucario off of them. And I don't see why they did it, because you can easily surf this Lucario into his Z speeds, and that would have been huge. So I'm just just the factor of all three of these games and how close it was basically up until practically about 30-40 minutes or 40 seconds to Rayquaza. It was very well played, very well played. GG's for all the teams today, and I can't wait for the action that we have tomorrow.
Gonna be really, really fun in the Pokemon Unite Coronation League. Thank you for all of us for tuning in. So, speaking of tomorrow, Rhino, what are the featured matches?
The featured matches we have for tomorrow, we have the Jungle Griefers versus Team Aura, which right there, it's two upcoming teams that haven't played together, but they've definitely chosen the right players for each team, right? So like, yeah, they're up and coming. They haven't played since season one, like Dark Aura and Team Roketo probably have. But these two teams could possibly be sleeper picks, because you just never know on how well their chemistry they could have been working on. So
Yep.
it's definitely something that they can work on and do something about. The next match, I'll go ahead and let you talk about this one.
Yeah, it's gonna be Kakuna Matata versus I
This
forgot the
is
name
After Party.
at the after party, and these are some of the favorites to actually win it all. Both of them have quite the experience throughout North America scene, and it's probably the featured match of the week, I would say, Rhino.
100% the featured match of the week, and I can't stress it enough that both of these teams have been playing since season one. So it's going to be very interesting to see if these two teams go to the best of three and go that far. So I'm excited for that. The next final match that we have for Friday night is hashtag Team Drip versus the EXP Elite Four, and these two teams have been no other. Hashtag Team Drip have played in multiple other leagues and multiple other tournaments as well, so they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. And then EXP is actually your former team, so go ahead and talk.
Yeah, EXP really trying to build themselves up to be one of the contenders for our scene in Puerto Rico. A lot of raw talent, and they're definitely going to be tested versus one of the best teams in North America.
100%. And if anybody in this chat would love to join the Discord and let me know of what exactly I could be possibly fixing for the broadcast to be better for you guys as viewers, because obviously I'm on the opposite side. I'm having to do all the production in the back, so I'm just trying to make sure that you guys are having the best experience and the best experience for yourself. So please make sure you guys message me on things that I could do. I already know the overlays I'm gonna have to fix for the game itself, but if there's anything else that you guys would like to see as far as, things for the league, just let me know and I'll try to work on them as fast as possible. If it can't get done by tomorrow, it will get done by next Thursday's matches. So if you guys have anything for me, please message me. I am all open ears and I'm all open to be helpful. Now, the only other thing that I have also is that I am still looking for casters to help me out on Thursdays and Fridays, as tomorrow I will be by myself, I believe. Right there, Chopper? You're going to be not here tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow is a special holiday back home, and usually Fridays are a little bit difficult for me. So
Yep.
if anybody in the chat, of everybody that is watching, is interested in actually doing some casting for Pokemon Unite, please welcome to do so. Rhino is a wonderful person to actually work for and work with, so you're gonna have a blast.
You're making me teary eyed, and I do appreciate that. But yes, if you guys, and you don't have to be the best caster in the world. I'm not. This is something that you're dedicating your own time to. So it's if you are interested, please just message out to me, and I'll be 100% gladly to have you. And you get to choose your own games. So that's the biggest thing. You get to choose your own games. If you want to, do nothing but DA games, let me know. So If anything, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the uh, not the team announcements, but the team placements. So the teams that you guys saw today were Dark Aura, Team Roketo, and also Super Squirtle Squad. So the way that this is working is that they're in two separate divisions. Obviously, we have the After Party Magikarp clan, the Wasted Potential, also with War Legion Esports and the EXP Elite Four with Team Aura on the Zapdos side, and then on the Rayquaza side we have Team Hashtag Drip with Dark Aura, Kakuna Matata, Team Raketo, Super Squirtle Squad, and uh, Jungle Griefers. So these are the 12 teams that are entered into the Pokemon Unite World Coronation League. Unfortunately, right now we are not taking any more teams as we would have to do more live games, and I don't have casters or another producer to do it on Wednesdays. So, yes. Unfortunately, I can't do that, and I would love to have, more teams, but we've already had our full set of 12.
Yeah.
Other than that, I pretty much don't have anything. You going live after this?
No, I'm actually going to bed. And yeah,
Okay,
it's almost gonna be 12 at our time here, so I'm just gonna go to bed and get some rest, and hopefully check out the stream tomorrow whenever I get the chance to see some more quality gameplay.
absolutely. And if you go ahead and make sure you guys go follow at Chopper25 on uh, Twitter, and then you can go ahead and follow him on Twitch as well. Make sure you guys go and watch him. He's an amazing person. He's been also amazing to work with, and I can't stress it enough that he has helped me out with this casting stuff. And if there's anything that me and him both can work on, just please let us know. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I got. And thank you guys, the viewers. Thank you, everybody. And all I can say is